Your dog might wait all day just to see you again, but even when you're finally home, they could still be feeling lonely. And this kind of loneliness is more common than many people realize. It's not always about being apart. More often, it's about feeling disconnected. Dogs are emotional creatures. They don't just want you around, they need to feel seen, included, and loved. Without that bond, they can start to pull away. You might notice them acting out or seeming off, and it's easy to mistake that for bad behavior. But often, it's just sadness showing up in disguise. What makes it harder is that most dogs won't make a fuss. They suffer in silence, quietly craving connection. So, how do you know when your dog is feeling left out, even if you're physically there with them? Let's start with the first sign, and probably one of the most overlooked. Reason number 1. They feel ignored or not included in family activities. Dogs are incredibly social animals, and they thrive on being part of the family. It's not just about having you around, they care deeply about feeling emotionally connected to the people they live with. When your dog watches the family laughing, playing, or simply spending time together, but they're regularly left out, it can affect them deeply. Even if you're home all day, your dog might still feel alone if they aren't invited to be part of those shared experiences. Picture a typical evening. Everyone's in the living room, talking or watching TV, and the dog's outside or lying alone in a corner. That kind of repeated exclusion can wear on them. Over time, they may start to seem down, low energy, or overly needy. Some dogs might bark more or misbehave, not because they're being difficult, but because they're trying to get your attention, to feel seen and connected. Including your dog in everyday moments, even small ones like having them sit beside you during movie night or bringing them along on short errands, helps them feel like they're part of the group. When your dog feels included and valued, their bond with you strengthens and their overall mood improves. If your heart ached even a little imagining your dog feeling left out, go ahead and hit that like button to show you care. Reason number 2. They lack mental stimulation. Dogs need mental stimulation to stay happy and content. Without enough toys, activities, or interaction, they can easily become bored, which can lead to feelings of loneliness, even when you're present. When dogs don't have opportunities to engage their minds, they might start showing signs of frustration or anxiety. Mental stimulation isn't just about physical exercise, it's also about challenging them to think, solve problems, and use their natural instincts. Puzzle toys, training sessions, and even simple games like hide and seek can keep them engaged and help burn off some of that mental energy. Without these activities, dogs may start acting out either by becoming overly energetic, destructive, or withdrawn. They might chew on furniture, dig, or bark excessively because they need an outlet for their energy. Even something as simple as daily walks can help give them the chance to explore new environments and stay mentally sharp. So it's not just about playing fetch or going for a run. It's about making sure your dog has opportunities to use their brain too. Reason number 3. They feel overstimulated or stressed by your presence. Sometimes dogs can feel overwhelmed by the amount of attention or energy you give them, especially if it's too loud or intense. While dogs love affection and interaction, they can also get stressed if things are too much for them to handle. For instance, if you're constantly talking to them loudly, moving quickly, or making sudden gestures, it can make them uneasy, even if you're right next to them. Just like us, dogs have their own tolerance levels for stimulation. If those limits are exceeded, it can lead to discomfort or anxiety. You might notice them retreating or acting in ways that show they're feeling overwhelmed, like avoiding eye contact or turning away. If your dog doesn't get a chance to relax or have some quiet time, it can take a toll on their overall well-being, leaving them both physically and emotionally drained. They may not be seeking distance from you because they dislike you, but rather as a way to cope with all the overstimulation. It's important to recognize these signs of stress in your dog and adjust your behavior to help them feel more at ease. Reason number 4. They miss social interaction with other pets or people. Dogs are naturally social animals. They thrive on interaction, not just with their owners, but also with other pets and people. When a dog spends most of its time isolated or only around one person, it can start to feel lonely. This lack of social variety may lead to boredom, frustration, or even anxiety. Just like humans, dogs need different forms of stimulation to stay emotionally balanced. Meeting other dogs gives them a chance to practice natural behaviors like sniffing, playing, and communicating through body language. It also helps them build confidence and learn how to behave in different situations. Interacting with a variety of people, such as guests or neighbors, can also help a dog become more adaptable and less fearful of strangers. When these social experiences are missing, a dog may become overly clingy with its owner or react poorly to new environments or unfamiliar faces. This can make everyday situations, like a walk in the park or a visit to the vet, more stressful for both the dog and the owner. Providing opportunities for healthy social interaction doesn't mean overwhelming your dog. It can be as simple as short walks where they meet other dogs, supervised play dates, or spending time at a calm, dog-friendly cafe. Reason number 5. They might be dealing with health issues or pain. Dogs can sometimes feel lonely when they're dealing with health issues or physical pain, especially since they don't have a clear way to tell us what's going on. Unlike humans, dogs can't tell us where it hurts or how they feel, so their discomfort often shows in quiet, subtle ways. One common sign is that they start to avoid contact, choosing to spend more time alone. A dog that usually loves being around you might suddenly retreat to a quiet corner, move away when you approach, or seem uninterested in play and affection. This behavior isn't always about mood or emotion. It can be their way of coping with pain or discomfort. They may not want to be touched in areas that hurt, or they might feel too tired and vulnerable to engage. Some dogs become less active, eat less, or sleep more, all of which can make them seem distant. It's important to pay attention to these small changes because dogs are naturally social animals. If they're pulling away, it could be their way of protecting themselves while they try to recover. They may be hoping for comfort but unsure how to ask for it. In moments like this, gentle care and close observation can help you understand what your dog needs. If the change in behavior lasts, it's always a good idea to visit the vet and make sure your dog gets the help they need to feel better and reconnect with the world around them. Reason number 6. They suffer from separation anxiety. Some dogs don't just miss you when you leave the house, they can also feel anxious even when you're home but not giving them enough attention. This is known as separation anxiety, and it goes beyond simple loneliness. These dogs form a deep emotional bond with their owners and rely heavily on their presence and interaction to feel calm and safe. When they sense a lack of attention, like if you're busy working, watching TV, or focused on your phone, they may start to show signs of distress. They might follow you from room to room, whine softly, paw at you, or try to squeeze into your space just to feel close. In more intense cases, they could bark excessively, chew on furniture, or have accidents in the house, not out of disobedience, but because they're feeling overwhelmed. This behavior isn't about being needy, it's about needing reassurance. Dogs thrive on connection, and when that connection feels weaker, even for a short time, they become unsettled. What helps is building their confidence slowly. Give them quality time every day, even if it's just a few minutes of focused play, gentle petting, or a walk together. Letting them know they matter to you, even in small ways, can go a long way in easing their anxiety. If this video helped you better understand your dog's heart or reminded you of the quiet love they give you every day, then please give it a like. Share it with someone else who loves dogs as much as you do, because every dog deserves to feel seen.